And I know that in the Obama administration, part of your brief prior to becoming trade representative included energy and environmental issues. And I wonder if I could take advantage of that historical breadth here to have you comment on whether or not you see this as part of a continuum, the rejection of the TPP up to the rejection of the Paris Climate Accord. Are they part and parcel as you see it?
Well, I think so, David, and I'm afraid that by withdrawing from TPP, we've abdicated our leadership in the Asia Pacific. We've seen some undermining of the transatlantic relationship over the last couple of weeks, and then pulling out of Paris has managed to put us at odds with the rest of the international community as well. And I think when it comes time to trying to get other countries to help us on various issues, it will be difficult to do so if they feel that the U.S. is an unreliable or a non-credible partner.
We heard from your former colleague, counterpart, Cecilia Malmström this week, expressing some pessimism about the likelihood of a TTIP deal, a deal with the European Union. Where do you stand on that? How likely do you think it is that we'll get something finalized in light of what's happened here over these last few weeks?
Well, Commerce Secretary Ross has made clear that even though the Trump administration pulled out of TPP, it did not pull out of the TTIP negotiations, and that it might well consider pursuing those negotiations with Europe. I obviously think that would make a lot of sense. I think there's a lot of good work to be done to remove barriers that hurt small and medium-sized businesses from trading back and forth and that hurt consumers. I think the question now is, in the context of this Paris decision, whether the Europeans politically can find themselves in a negotiation with the U.S. on removing trade barriers. And we've heard some negative feedback on that from Martin Schulz and others in Europe over the last 24 hours. So I think that remains to be seen, but I think that anything that can be done to put those negotiations back on track would be a good thing.